Welcome to Meet the Musicians, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com. All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live on DentonRadio.com for Meet the Musicians with a guest I'm very, very excited to be sitting down with, Miss Layne Elizabeth. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Well, so we've had you on Denton Radio quite a lot. You're a regular at this point, but you haven't sat down on this show, so glad to have you here. Thanks for being back. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Anybody that's been living under a rock and hasn't seen the mighty Layne Elizabeth playing around town, give them a quick rundown on who you are, your musical style, all that good stuff.
Well, my name is Layne Elizabeth, as you just said. I sing kind of like folky singer-songwriter music. I like to compare it to John Mayer sometimes, or Ben Rector, if you know who he is. I play around the Denton area. I'm from Denton. I live here. I'm 17. I just graduated from high school, so now I'm a full-time musician.
Hey, welcome. It doesn't pay very well.
Yeah, I'm learning that quickly.
I understand.
Before, when I was I still live with my parents, so because I'm 17, so. But I've been making some budgets and realizing, okay, I'm gonna need to start doing a lot of gigs, I guess.
I love it.
Is there anything else that you really need to know? I don't know.
Well, you tell me. I'm starting to feel like John Mayer should be its own genre. Like very often I'm hearing John Mayer.
He's
but I get where you're coming from.
He's got two different kind of genres, because he has like the folky kind of stuff, which would be a little more me. But then he also has what I call like Toy Story music, which is its own genre. It just sounds like it would be in the Toy Story soundtrack. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like
I like that.
Jazz-ish.
I like that.
But like cute jazz. I don't know.
I see it. Toy Story music from
Innocent jazz.
It's there. Is it? Man, what if he's like in Toy Story 5? Disney. Just letting you know. That's the move. Toy Story 5, John Mayer. Gonna happen. He can play the spork or whatever. What? Then the new character, like there's a spork that comes to life or something in Toy Story 4.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, moving forward back into music. So you've what's really impressed me about you over the last few years that I've gotten to know you and see your performances, you are an incredible writer.
Thank you.
You've got like a lot of I don't know. Do you have a number for how many songs that you've written?
I would say like how many I've written is probably like nearing 100 now.
Wow.
But that doesn't mean all of them are good.
Well, quite a few of them are bangers though. Like they're awesome.
The more I write, the more I don't like.
Well,
because then my new songs are always better.
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, well, I don't like these old songs anymore because they're not as good as the new ones.
Are there any particular songs that your friends and your fans and your family are like, oh, play that one, but you're like so tired of playing it?
Yeah. Okay, so back when this was like one of my first uploads on YouTube, like when I was just starting to really get into the Denton music scene. I recorded a video of me playing this song I wrote called Take a Hint I wrote it when I was like 14.
Okay.
And everyone loved it. I really hated it. But that was like everyone's favorite at the time. And sometimes my family mostly, because now no one really remembers it. But my like friends and family will always ask me to play that song, and I'm like, maybe not.
Now you've got a video. You've got a pretty musical family as well, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, what's some of the background in your family, and has any of it kind of led into you getting into music, or was this sort of just inspired on its own?
So, my brother and sister. My dad is not musical; he's the black sheep. So my brother and sister both play instruments, but it's kind of just like it's random side hobby. Like they're not super into it. And my mom plays and she writes songs.
Cool.
And that's something that she's always wanted to like be a professional songwriter and have a song on the radio.
That's cool.
And she actually helped me write one of my songs. So
really?
Now I released that. So in a way, it's my most popular song on Spotify.
That's
so she kind of did that, or she got a song like cut.
Yeah.
But it was like through her own child, which is kind of cool.
That is cool. So and which was the song?
It was The Ride.
Oh, okay.
She actually helped me write the chorus of that song.
That's cool.
She actually wrote the chorus herself.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I wrote the verses. So.
That's super cool. Well, congratulations, Mom. You made it. You made it. I was talking to somebody the other day that one of my dad's dreams was to be in radio, and he never did that. And it was like a surreal moment the other day. I was like, hey, all right. So, hey, parents living vicariously through your kids. It's not always dysfunctional. Anyways. All right, so let's talk about Layne Elizabeth outside of the music. Hobbies, interests, all that kind of stuff, or is it just a swirling ball of music all the time?
Music is definitely like overwhelmingly like, swallowing all my other hobbies.
Yeah.
Let's see. I played soccer all through high school. I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
I had to get a gym membership now that I'm not playing soccer. Don't know how any of the machines work. So I just go on the treadmill and watch everyone else use them and then just figure it out. Calligraphy. I like calligraphy. I like fashion. Fashion's one of my like actual hobbies, I would say. Like a solid hobby.
That's cool as heck.
Music.
Yeah. So a lot of creative outlets.
I guess.
Yeah. I can dig it. Very, very cool. So music, what was the age that you started really picking up music?
I've always really been into music since I could talk, I guess, and since I figured out I could sing. And I'm the oldest child, and I don't know if it's the oldest child thing, liking to be the attention on you. So
I'm the oldest child. It is.
I had a stage when I was little, and
awesome.
I would perform on the stage. But then I don't know if I should say this on the radio, but there's a person that taught me music that kind of really destroyed my confidence a little bit when I was younger.
Yeah.
She was one of those classic mean teachers. And she was my music teacher, so
I've known a lot of people that have had those, man.
Yeah.
That they're really into music and they're super passionate about it, and then they get that one teacher that just ruins it for them.
Yeah.
Or a producer or this or that or whatever, and just sucks the life out of it. That's a bummer. What got you back in?
Well, so I actually, this is kind of a little bit of, I'm a Christian, so it's a little sprinkle of my testimony in there that got me back into music, but it's actually really sad. I felt like I had no purpose for a long time. I was just really at a low point, and I didn't really have any sort of I wouldn't have called myself a Christian really at that time. But then my mom's vocal coach, knew I liked to sing, but I don't think she knew I had stage fright. I would have, and so she invited me to perform at the Prophet Bar with a group of kids that was performing there. So it was just a few songs, and I feel like the reason I said yes is because I was at such a low point, nothing matters anyway.
Right,
so I was just I just said yes, and then I just kind of had a moment, and it was really, I heard God, I felt for the first time. It was really crazy and unexplainable, and I just I felt the purpose that I felt like I had been missing for my whole life. And it was through music. Yeah. And I was okay, I'm doing this again. And then I just started, I don't know, bulldozing towards the music path, basically.
That's very cool. Well, and you are a passionate, driven individual that is playing a lot. I know one in particular that I booked you for that's coming up on June 8th. the Golden Triangle Mall Summer Music Series. If you guys are not checking it out, every Saturday at the Golden Triangle Mall, from this Saturday on through the first Saturday in August, there's going to be great performers, great local performers that are going to be performing out there. And you are the second one on June 8th. So 7 to 9 o'clock, Golden Triangle Mall. You can see this girl, and she's awesome. But what are some other gigs that you have on the books, if there are some?
I have Music City Mall, I think, June 10th.
Oh, cool.
I think.
Nice.
I don't know. I am like so
mall
bad
tour.
with dates.
I understand.
So I am doing a lot of malls.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think I'm playing 2 at the Music City Mall actually this month, or June.
Okay.
But my
That's pretty
website
much
is
June.
LayneElizabeth.com.
Okay.
I almost said the wrong name. Also, that's Layne. That the Y is really important because there is another Layne Elizabeth who's a different sort of entertainer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Keep that Y in there, people. Keep that Y.
if you don't want your wife to yell at you, the Y is very important.
The Y is very important. Okay.
Yeah, so
Keep that in
and that's
mind.
got all my shows and all the places I'm playing.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, speaking of, you're going to be playing here as soon as we break from this interview. We're going to take a quick break, get you set back up, and you'll be performing here. If you're listening on the podcast, just hang where you're at. If you're watching via video, this video is going to stop, but then a new one's going to start, so just hang around. And if you're listening on the radio, again, just hang where you are. We'll be breaking down in just a few minutes, and we'll have Layne right back up here in a minute. Layne, you ready to perform for us?
Ready.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming and doing this. Really appreciate it. And
Thank
great to
you
hear,
for
to hear
having
your story and hear a little bit more about you and all that good stuff. Again, everybody, if you want to find more, LayneElizabeth.com with a Y. Any other social media we want to plug?
My Instagram is just Layne Elizabeth Music, and Facebook. Better updating shows on my Facebook.
Very cool. And you are on Spotify as well.
Yes,
Sweet.
I'm almost at 100,000 listeners,
Hey,
which
that's
is
cool.
really exciting.
Congrats. Very, very, very cool. All right, guys, make it 100,001 right now. Go check her out on Spotify or the website or the Facebook or the Instagram, or really just hang where you're at, and you're going to get a performance from her right here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And Layne, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. See you, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.